My speech has drastically increased in skill and willpower in these past 17 days, all because I've just watched back every single video and used a pen inside of my mouth, like this. Now, what we have been learning about is how to create a Grand Slam offer. And all of this ADD, ADHD, a lot of people try to stay away from reading, but I'm trying to use it to my advantage because I was medically diagnosed with ADD back in 3rd grade, and I've never used it once to complain, nor should you. Alright, hook aside. Yeah, and what do you guys think about the hooks? Have you hooks lately? I've been creating some hooks for each video. This book's getting old, man. 2021. It's like, got the thing down the middle. I'm like, dang. We are definitely way past what I read previously. Excuse me. We were going through each individual step last time, page 92 out of like 160. Today's February 17th, 3 days after Valentine's Day. Right? 18th. February 18th. 4 days after Valentine's Day. No Valentine's Day for me. Like it matters. We were going over the high value deliverables, and we were at step 5B. Put all the bundles together into the ultimate high value deliverable. So let's get back to the example. We see our prospect struggle with the following. Format note. I'm going to display blah blah blah. Alright. Buying food. How anyone can buy food fast, easy, cheap, foolproof, bargain grocery system that will save hundreds of dollars per month on your food and take less time than your current shopping routine. A. One-on-one nutrition orientation where I explain how to use. B. Recorded grocery tour. C. DIY grocery calculator. D. Each plan comes with its own list for each week. E. Bargain grocery shopping training. F. Grocery buddy system. G. Pre-made Instacart grocery carts for delivery. H. And a check-in via text weekly. Cooking. Ready in 5 minutes, busy parent cooking guide. How anyone can eat healthy even if they have no time. A. One-on-one nutrition orientation where I explain how to use. B. Meal prep instructions. C. DIY meal prep calculator. D. Each plan comes with its own meal prep instruction for each week. E. Meal prep buddy system. F. Healthy snacks in under 5 minute guide. G. A weekly post they make to tag me for feedback. Eating personalized lick your fingers good meal plan. So good it's easier to follow than eating what you use to cheat with and cost less. A. One-on-one nutrition orientation where I explain how to use. B. Personalized meal plan. C. 5-minute morning shake guide. D. 5-minute budget lunches. E. 5-minute budget dinners. F. Family-sized meals. G. A daily picture of their meals. H. One-on-one feedback meeting to make adjustments to their plan. Exercise burning workouts proven to burn more fat than doing it alone. Adjust it to your needs so you never go too fast, plateau, or risk injury. Traveling. The ultimate tone up while you're traveling eating and workout blueprint for getting amazing workouts in with no equipment, so you don't feel guilty enjoying yourself. How to actually stick with it and never fall off. Accountability system, the unbeatable system that works with your permission. How to be social, the live it up while slimming down, eating out system that will give you the freedom to eat and live life without feeling like the odd man out. Total value of all of these different offers were about $4,351 because they all had price values next to them, by the way. Author's note: most of our facilities now sell this bundle for longer periods of time, for $2,400 to $5,200. Wild. As we get better at creating and monetizing value, the prices and profits of our facilities skyrocketed. Once you start down this value creation process, each additional piece of value you create stacks on top over time. This is why it is important to begin. Can you see how much more value than a gym? Can you see how much more valuable this is than a gym membership? This bundle does 3 core things: solves all the perceived problems, gives you the conviction that what you are selling is one of a kind, and makes it impossible to compare or confuse your business or offer with the other one down the street. Phew, we finally have what we are going to deliver in all of its glory. That being said, it is unlikely we would present it in this way. Depending on whether we sell one-on-one or one-to-many, we would present this differently. I will address how to present each of these bundled items in the bonus section. Summary points. We went through the entire process to accomplish one objective: to create a valuable offer that is differentiated and unable to compare to anything else in the marketplace. We are selling something unique. As such, we are no longer bound by the normal pricing forces of commoditization. There we go. Prospects will now only make a value-based rather than a price-based decision on whether they should buy from us. Hooray! Hooray! Now that we have our core offer, the next section will dedicate to enhancing it. We will employ a combination of psychological levers, bonuses, urgencies, scarcity, guarantees, and naming. What are we at? 9 minutes in. Alright. Enhancing the offer. Scarcity, urgency, bonuses, guarantees, and naming. May 2019, Arnold Schwarzenegger Home After School All-Star Fundraiser. The line of cars outside Arnold's house was around the corner, and we were in one of them. We were sitting in our Uber when a security guard with a earpiece, black suit, and black sunglasses knocked on the driver's window. It was like straight out of a movie. The driver rolled down the window and said, "Name?" Replied with his name. He scanned the list on his clipboard, nodded, then checked off our names. "Great," he said. His demeanor transformed from stern to inviting. "Welcome to the fundraiser. Stay in this line. You'll make a left, then security will escort you the rest of the way." The security guard talked into his walkie-talkie to the next person down the road, signaling our car was approved. Pulling up to the front of the estate was like entering into a Bond movie. Lamborghinis, Bugattis, Ferraris, and brands of cars that are too expensive to even speak of. Old guys with young scantily clad girls, A-list actors, celebrities with millions of followers who were recording themselves as they arrived, talking through their phones to their audience and us. The fundraiser was $25,000 per ticket to attend, with an invite list of only 100. There was a red carpet and all. Every year, the fundraiser accumulated in a big auction for memorabilia and items some of the business owners in the audience gave away for charity. We walked around the entertainment station, purposely devised to get donors in the giving mood. We saw $10,000 scotch, $5,000 cigars, pre-released items from major brands that wouldn't be available to the public until months later, and of course, the most expensive Cuisine? You could imagine. Layla and I were just soaking it all in. It was a wonderful night. We definitely felt like cool kids. Ben, the CEO of the charity, saw us looking lost and walked over. He took me by the arm to introduce me to some of the other donors. These were all men who were older than me and donating $10,000 or $100,000 and up without a second thought. The man introduced me to was one of the charity's biggest donors. He had built up an ultra high-end jewelry and watch business. I'm talking $100,000, $500,000, 2 million plus rare status symbols that people buy only to other 0.001 percenters, knowing they belong. He had donated upwards of $700K in merchandise as prizes for the fundraiser that evening. Meet George, Ben said. He's been very generous with his time and money to the cause. George, this is blank and blank. They are donating $1 million tonight to ASAS. I figured you are both good people and wanted to connect you two. Nice to meet you both, George said with calm, weathering eyes. He was in his late 60s, tall and sturdily built. You could hear his Eastern Bloc origins in his accent. He sounded like a man who had fought tooth and nail to be here, but had softened his demeanor to gatherings such as these. But the tiger with teeth and claws remained under the surface, ready to be called upon at moment's notice. I felt like I understood this guy. Ben broke the ice. So George was the one who got me raising the price from $15,000 per ticket to $25,000 per ticket. We had more demand than ever this year. But I took his advice. I cut the amount of tickets we sold and raised the price. That's right, said George. Content that has sage business advice had been followed. When demand increases, cut supply. He perked up slightly as we talked about money. This man had built his business from nothing and had found ways to sell things from extraordinary profits by understanding human psychology. I had long learned about supply and demand, but this guy was using it psychologically underpinnings to fuel a fundraiser. To fuel a fundraising? Underpinnings to fuel a fundraising? No. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. You could take the tiger out of the jungle, but not the jungle out of the tiger. Oh, I love that. There's like a song like that. He can take the tiger out of the jungle, but not the jungle out of the tiger. People want what they can't have. People want what other people want. People want things only a select few have access to. He was dead right. They had raised an extra $1 million that night before the event. The event had even started by cutting the supply of tickets and raising the prices on the top of that. All of the people were more qualified than ever to be big donors. The night ended up being the most successful night in the charity's history, raising nearly $5.4 million from only 100 people. That's $54K per head. Each of the items auctioned off as one-of-a-kind items, and if you miss it, you would never get a chance again to buy it. Arnold even threw in some bonuses when 2 people would get high enough in the bidding, allowing the charity to get both donations. It was a masterful display of human psychology at work in a setting where people knowingly overpaying for products. The products remained unchanged, yet within this setting, an item that wouldn't sell at a different value for $10,000 sold for $100,000. That's how powerful scarcity, urgency, and bonuses are. And breaking down how to use them to further increase demand for your offer without changing your offer is the purpose of this section. There's an author's note, but I'm going to call it there because that was actually a banger section.